episode of Off The Script, number 146, part number 4, for your Monday, December 5th, 2016. By the way, if you missed my TLC review up on the channel right now, I got news on John Cena. His schedule will be very limited in 2017, according to Dave Meltzer, only wrestling for half of the year. Will that put his feud and his championship reign supposedly in jeopardy? We'll talk about that today on Off The Script. Plans for the end of the New Day's reign as Raw Tag Team Champions. I will come up with something that I think will be brilliant regarding the New Day if WWE goes ahead and signs a particular tag team to come back to the WWE. We'll talk about that as well. Austin Aries expected to debut on the main roster for the Cruiserweight division. I also got news on Sami Zayn now being rumored for the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania 33. And the big one, WrestleMania plans for Seth Rollins to change match with Triple H, not taking place at WrestleMania 33. All this, plus so much more, on this huge episode of Off The Script.
Fill your glasses up and put your headphones in, because it's time for Off The Script. And all you fucking goons and assholes, get in line and hit subscribe, because it's time for Off The Script. Hit the like button and share it around. You can even pull your fucking pants down, because it's time for Off The Script with JD from New York 206, because it's time for Off The Script, because it's time for Off The Script.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were watching me. I'm sipping on a beautiful iced coffee. What the fuck am I doing? Are you fucking serious? What is this, intellectual hour with JD? Of course not! This is the number one fucking podcast! Not only on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music. But this is the number one fucking podcast in your subscription boxes. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off The Script. There you go. That's the introduction you wanted. But meanwhile, I'm going to take another sip of this coffee, man. It's delicious. So good. Anyway, enough fucking around. Enough fotzing around. I got news, and we're going to get right into it, man. No bullshit. Follow me on Twitter. At JD from NY2. I think I had too much coffee, by the way. At JD from NY206. Subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel, because every time I upload a fucking video, I lose subs. Go fuck yourself, YouTube. JD from NY206. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Wrestle Crate. WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate. What else we got? Hopefully one of you guys won Wrestle Rumble. Hopefully I won Wrestle Rumble. But hopefully one of you guys won Wrestle Rumble if I didn't win it. TLC review is live on the channel right now. Go check that shit out. Show some support. It was uploaded last night after the pay-per-view. That is live on the channel now, so as soon as you're done here, go over there and watch that. Entertainment for the rest of the day, bro. Also got a live stream uploaded last night. I was fucking all over the place yesterday, man. Fucking working around the clock for you guys to give you guys quality entertainment. WWE Universe Mode GCW. So make sure you guys go check that out. Goon City Wrestling, episode number 8 of WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. Rusty also had his TLC pay-per-view last night for WWE 2K17. Bunch of shit. Make sure you guys check the description. It is there. Everything you guys need, it is there. All right? Now, let's get on with this story, man. This is something I want to talk about here, and it is in regards to the New Day. Obviously, you guys know the New Day's reign. Yes, stale, boring. It is just never-ending. But I have a situation that I think would benefit everybody, and it would create interesting television and bring intrigue back to the tag team division. Now, New Day is one of the most remarkable phenomena in WWE recent history if you consider how their gimmick was received when it debuted. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods debuted as a faction in 2014 of November with designs to spread the power of positivity as a babyface team. But the WWE Universe rejected them almost immediately. More than 2 years together as a group, which is an accomplishment in itself in the modern day of WWE, being that they love to break up fucking teams for no reason. The New Day are about to embark on history. That initial rejection led to an abrupt heel turn before WWE fans finally warmed up to the stable, making them one of the most popular acts in all of sports entertainment. That history began when the New Day were heels at the 2015 edition of SummerSlam, when they captured the WWE Tag Team Championships for a second time. They haven't relinquished them since and have December 14th circled on their calendars. It's on that day that the New Day will break Demolition's record of 478 days as the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. Something that's criminal. Some love it. The casuals fucking love it. The casuals can't even spell demolition. If they seen demolition, they probably run cowering in fear. Who the fuck are these guys? They suck. Fuck the demolition. New Day's great. They got the fucking unicorn penises on their head. Fuck actual tag teams, right? Yeah. Okay. The only unfortunate part in WWE's mind about the record falling on December 14th is that it's a Wednesday. Wednesday live, Joe Croner and JD out of nowhere. So we'll be live on the day. We'll be live on the day. The New Day is breaking the tag team reign of the Demolition. So just look forward to that, man. It's a monumental day for us. So I'll take it. And it won't be properly celebrated, at least on television. Ooh, I'm sorry. So, you know what that means? They could drop the titles. They could drop the titles right before and not even break the record. You know? That's what I'd like to see, but I got a better idea. Raw falls 2 days prior to the date in question as the go-home show for the brand's final pay-per-view of the year, Cockblock, End of the Line. And it's at that show where fans may finally see a title change, believe it or not. The New Day recaptured the Tag Team Championships more than 7 months before Enzo and Big Cass debuted on the main roster, who I thought initially were going to be the ones to take the titles off the New Day, but WWE did not go with that at SummerSlam. But there may have been plenty of discussions regarding the newcomers being the ones to finally beat the trifecta for the gold. In fact, one original plan saw Enzo and Cass winning the belts from the New Day at WrestleMania 33. I thought it was going to happen at SummerSlam. Then WWE had rumors come out that New Day was going to hold the titles all the way to WrestleMania, eclipsing 500 days, 600 days. And Enzo and Cass were going to be the ones to do that and have a WrestleMania moment. An additional 3.5 months after breaking Demolition's record. As you can imagine, plans have been changed and rewritten. Now, according to Sports Illustrated, it appears that the New Day are set to drop the title shortly after breaking the record, perhaps as early as Roadblock, but not to Enzo and Cass. What started out as an experiment has blossomed into a legitimate piece of WWE programming on Monday nights. That would be the unlikely pairing of the Swiss Superman, Cesaro, and Sheamus. The two competed in a best-of-7 series of singles matches that saw no conclusive winner, and then they were forced to team together by Mick Foley. Probably the only decision that Mick Foley had made that worked out for the best, because he sucks as a general manager. The Inquisitor also reported back in September that the reason the two were paired up was because of uncertainty of Cesaro's future. WWE officials originally wanted Cesaro to emerge as the victor in that program with Sheamus, but had concerns he was going to leave the company. Also, I brought up the situation of if Sheamus went up 3 matches to 0 and then lost 4 in a row, that would be very damaging to Sheamus. So WWE took a shot in the dark here and had the balls enough to end this best of 7 that nobody was really interested in except for that seventh match, because it was fucking great. And they had the balls to go ahead and end this on a draw and then pair them together. In retrospect, you know, thinking back, we hated it. We thought it didn't make any sense. But now, I enjoy the pairing of Sheamus and Cesaro. Now, as a team, I think these guys have a lot of potential. I don't know if they're ready to beat the New Day. I don't necessarily think that they would beat the New Day. And I don't think they should be the ones to beat the New Day. Now, they decided to put them together until a clearer picture was made available and then make the appropriate decision. If Cesaro decided he wanted to leave, he would then put Sheamus over on his way out, further solidifying the Celtic Warrior as a heel. But the oddball pairing has worked for the most part, and some WWE officials are pushing for the two to dethrone the New Day as soon as the record is broken. Whether that spells the dissolution of the New Day in the aftermath is unclear, which it will not. New Day is not going to break up. It would mean that Cesaro is committed to staying, despite recently conveying some frustrations publicly. In front of live WWE audiences, Cesaro has been portraying a babyface while Sheamus continues to play the part of a heel. However, the company's goal this past Monday was to complete the Sheamus face turn when he and Cesaro fought together in a barroom brawl. The scene was a replica of the 1974 movie The Wrestler, in which Sheamus and Cesaro were reprising the roles originally played by Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch. It remains to be seen whether the fans will completely buy it on television, but it appears as if Cesaro and Sheamus will finally be the ones to dethrone the New Day. End all that noise right now. I got something better for you. Keep the titles on the New Day. Keep the titles on the New Day. If McMahon or McMahon doesn't go after Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, I will be one disappointed motherfucker. I'm telling you this right now. Their contracts end in February. They are up in February. You do whatever you can. You fucking use the resources that you have to sign Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy away as free agents. You bring them into the WWE, okay? You let Matt do whatever the fuck he wants with the gimmick because it's fucking brilliant. You give him one of these deals that is sweet, and you let this man do what needs to be done because in return he's going to make you money. You do the same thing for Jeff, okay? You bring them in February and now on the road to WrestleMania when the New Day has conquered all the teams on Monday Night Raw, Sheamus and Cesaro. And then you got the Shining Stars. And then you got Goldust and R-Truth. And you got Gallows and Anderson, Enzo and Cass, right? All of them have been slayed by the New Day. It is certainly a new day. There is certainly a reason to be positive. What happened at Final Battle? What happened at Final Battle when the Young Bucks fought at the end of that match? What happened? Matt Hardy comes up on the big screen, right? And he does one of these deals where he's fucking challenging the Bucks of Youth, right? And that match is happening this month, correct? You do that on the road to WrestleMania. Can you imagine with the New Day in the ring fucking dancing around, right? With the fucking unicorn penises on their head. And they're fucking throwing cereal at the crowd, right? Fucking shit, place goes dark. And all of a sudden, you hear Matt Hardy, yes! And that would be the best moment I think Monday Night Raw has ever seen in the last 10 years. Dating back to fucking Attitude Era, you gotta go. For something monumental like that happening on Monday Night Raw. Can you imagine on the road to WrestleMania, Broken Matt Hardy fucking comes to Monday Night Raw and challenges the Day of New? Can you imagine that? With Brother Nero to a match at WrestleMania. The Hardys, the Broken Hardys, versus the Day of New at WrestleMania. Right there. Done. I don't have to do anything else. That's it. It doesn't need a fucking story. They're there. Why? Because the Hardys are the best tag team of the modern era. Or at least one of them. And now with Broken Matt, as popular as anybody in this business, he's on Monday Night Raw, challenging the Day of New at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. You got money there, Mick Mahan. You got money. Use your resource. I don't give a fuck what it's got to take. Fucking Put your ego aside. Put the business aside. This man's going to make you money. And it's WrestleMania. And we deserve it. We want to see it. We want Matt on Raw or wherever. This right now is the best fucking scenario I could possibly think of. Do it. You bring in fucking Senor Benjamin. You bring in Rebby Sky. You bring in fucking King Maxwell. You do whatever you got to do. You let this guy wrestle for you and wrestle independents here and there if you want. Obviously not a Ring of Honor or a New Japan. He can fucking sprinkle his broken brilliance everywhere else. Give him a contract that he's going to be happy with. Give him creative control over what he has done because he alone has created this fucking empire. You know? And you got to fucking sit back and, you know what? Trust this guy to do what he's done. Without Matt Hardy, TNA is dead. Dead. They might as well be dead. But without Broken Matt associated with TNA, they are dead in the water. We might not even have a fucking TNA. Seriously. Let this guy do what you got to do. Let this guy do what he has to do for you. He's going to make you money. New Day versus the Broken Hardys at WrestleMania. And if it happens, there's a possibility. You know where you heard it. And then at that point, I know they're listening to me. I got fucking, can you imagine the goosebumps that will be felt in that arena? And you have it in one of those smart cities, too. Not a fucking Louisiana, or an Oklahoma, or a fucking Nashville. Fuck those cities, okay? You have it in a Chicago, you have it in a New York, you have it in a fucking, whatever. Los Angeles, Miami, somewhere. Somewhere. Even in fucking North Carolina, where they know Matt Hardy. You know? They'll fucking pop for him. Whatever the case may be. Do it. It'll be epic. Because the last fucking WrestleManias have been completely god-awful. And we deserve something like that. We deserve one of those mark-out moments for Monday Night Raw. Because God only knows this show is fucking terrible. But, again, they'll probably let the Hardys slip through their fingertips. And Matt Hardy will sign with fucking Ring of Honor. And they'll fucking never see Matt Hardy. He'll fucking end up going somewhere else, finishing out his career, and then he's going to retire. So, I don't know. Hopefully it happens. That's what I got planned. Let me know what you guys think about that. Or let me know if I'm a fucking psychopath and JD. Ain't nothing but a fantasy booker, man. What are you talking about, man? Let me know. Austin Aries expected to debut on the main roster for the Cruiserweight division. When WWE announced that the Cruiserweight Classic tournament was going to occur on the network, it received mostly a positive reaction from fans worldwide. For members of the WWE Universe who have been watching both WWE and WCW for a number of years, they understand how important this division is in not only highlighting the respectful competitors, but giving them a chance to prove themselves in the heavyweight division. One of the biggest examples of this is Rey Mysterio Jr. after spending most of his career in WCW as a cruiserweight, winning the championship on 5 separate occasions, as well as the short-lived WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Championship. His resume proved that he had what it takes to ascend up the ladder to the heavyweight division when recruited to be a member of the WWE roster. In WWE, he became one of the most successful cruiserweights to ever compete in the company, winning world championships 3 times on 3 different occasions. In addition, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero are 2 other former cruiserweight champions who became world champions in WWE. Now, before I continue, there is one who I think would be a great role for that. And I do believe that Cedric Alexander has what it takes to break out and be exactly what I just stated. He's the only one that I see right now with the potential to be more than just a cruiserweight, but obviously only time will tell on that. The reincarnation of the cruiserweight division has brought a positive and necessary element to WWE programming. Since the rave reviews of the Cruiserweight Classic, WWE continued the momentum by giving the division members an opportunity to showcase on WWE Raw, and they have seized every moment of it. As a result, a new series, 205 Live, made its debut on Tuesday evening, with the number 1 contender Rich Swann defeating Brian Kendrick to win his first championship in WWE. Along with Mauro Ranallo and Corey Graves, Austin Aries, who was fantastic on commentary, joined the commentary team. Interestingly, when the program started, when he was introduced, Aries stated that he will be eyeing the division. Moreover, he stated that he's looking to join the Cruiserweights soon in hopes to winning the Cruiserweight Championship. WWE also teased his main roster debut, stating, and I quote, "Calling the high-flying action of the Cruiserweight division wasn't the only reason Austin Aries was at ringside. He also revealed he was scouting the competition and let his intentions known that he will claim the Cruiserweight Championship when he's available to come back. Undoubtedly, waiting to pick his moment, will Aries leave the announce table and become the next great force in the Cruiserweight division? Only time will tell. Aries would be a great addition to the Cruiserweight division, not only because he fits the mold, but he would be another strong heel for the division outside of Brian Kendrick. Aries is one of the pioneers who put the X division back to a prominent spot in TNA. In 2012, Aries invented the option of giving up his championship, which he named Option C, in exchange for competing for a TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Destination X. He capitalized on this concept by defeating Bobby Roode and winning the World Championship. The next year, Chris Sabin chose the same option and won his first and only World Championship by defeating Bully Ray. Since debuting for NXT earlier this year, Aries' name alone has been an asset to the brand, helping names such as Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, which was a great fucking match, No Way Jose, and Hideo Itami. While NXT is in need of the self-proclaimed greatest man that has ever lived, making his name on the main roster of the Cruiserweight division is the best option for Aries at this point in time, preventing himself from being lost in the shuffle like some other call-ups within the past 12 to 18 months. Very, very true. Very, very true. Currently, but he would fit great on SmackDown. Aries would be fucking fantastic on SmackDown. Currently, Aries is out with an orbital injury after receiving a crushing blow from Nakamura during a match at a house show in Fresno, California, per cage-side seats. He was forced to undergo surgery and is expected to be out until the beginning of 2017. With names like Austin Aries, the Cruiserweight division will continue to grow and give names who may never make it to a world championship status the opportunity to be a top star for the weight class. Since characters are an essential factor for feuds succeeding, as seen by the fantastic work from Brian Kendrick, Aries is a suitable candidate. He has a suitable persona to help babyface talent become big stars for the division. I like this move. I will always think Austin Aries is worth more, but if they can find a spot for him there and he can take the division to the next level, I am all for it. That doesn't mean we can't see Austin Aries break through to a SmackDown and become a mid-card Intercontinental or World Heavyweight Champion, because I do believe he is worth that type of push and status within the company. I like this. The only thing I don't like, and this was talked about with Finn Balor, or Neville, or Sami Zayn, getting those guys in there who are about 205, If they go into the Cruiserweight division, are the fans of today going to really just watch and accept that these guys are only Cruiserweights and they're not good enough to be in the main feuds, the main roster spots for world championships? I mean, doesn't that feel that if you put those guys in there, you're pretty much pigeonholing them, you're putting them in a bubble and just labeling them as Cruiserweights who are not big enough, strong enough, good enough to compete for the World Championships or an Intercontinental Championship? That's my only issue with that. I don't want fans to think that these guys that I just mentioned and Aries are not good enough. They're being used because they are top-tier talents, more so than what they do in the ring. Aries is a fantastic heel. He's got a great persona. He's fucking great at what he does. If it's going to help get the division over, I am all for it. I just don't want WWE to pigeonhole these guys and keep them down in the Cruiserweight division, labeling them as nothing more than smaller athletes who are not good enough to be on the main stage. That's my only issue with that. But I like that. Aries, Cruiserweights, it'll work right now. And I'm excited for when he comes back, man. I'm really disappointed that the injury was as bad as it was. Hopefully he comes back soon, better than ever. Aries is going to be a huge part, a great part of WWE programming in 2017. Sami Zayn, listen to this. This could be something huge for Sami Zayn and much deserved. Sami Zayn being rumored for WrestleMania 33 Universal Championship match. The WWE is in a weird place at the end of 2016. Monday Night Raw isn't what it should be. Their first Universal Champion was injured the night he won the championship, and Finn Balor is yet to return to action. Kevin Owens could be the worst top champion since Sheamus, or even Kevin Nash. The New Day has become a stale act, which is astonishing due to the meteoric rise in the WWE. Above all else, SmackDown Live is writing a better show week after week compared to Monday Night Raw. What makes the situation a bit more difficult to analyze is the WrestleMania season is upon us, and the WWE Universe is getting excited about it already. Everything can change with the snap of a finger, from a 70-year-old millionaire who controls the professional wrestling landscape atop his throne in Stamford, Connecticut. By the beginning of December each year, WWE protrudes through the standards of normality and logic. Last year was a great example as Roman Reigns was forced into the main event that culminated in a championship, and it ended up being the worst main event that WrestleMania has ever seen. And in the class of worst WrestleMania's main events ever, you got John Cena and The Miz. You got Bret Yoko, right? That's up there. That is certainly up there, man. LT and Bam Bam Bigelow, it's up there. Believe me, it was bad. While rumors continue to swirl about the aforementioned reigns, the rest of the WWE is on high alert for changes in the booking. Vince McMahon is already one to change his mind regularly, but it's even more enhanced at WrestleMania season. The WWE Universal Championship is at the forefront of every WWE fan's mind. Right now, Owens is the holder of the newly created title. He was helped by Triple H to capture the gold, but no reason has ever been given as to why Triple H came out and did what he did. Still, no reason. So the WWE Universe is left to speculate as to why it happened. Fast forward several months, Owens is scheduled to defend his Universal title against Reigns at Roadblock in Pittsburgh. However, there could be more surprising news coming in the few months. According to several websites, Sami Zayn may be on the way to WWE Universal Championship status with a title match at WrestleMania 33. And I quote, this is coming from SheetsSandwich.com. Never in my life have I heard this fucking website. Ever. But according to these guys, this guy is a WWE insider. So take this with a fucking bucket of salt, please. According to a WWE insider revelation available on this website, it was reported that Sami Zayn's push would culminate at WrestleMania 33. Zayn would be part of a triple threat match for the WWE Universal Championship alongside Kevin Owens and a returning Finn Balor. That is, if Kevin Owens survives the fucking disease known as Roman Reigns. The interesting thing here is that all three wrestlers that were part of this reported match have held the NXT Championship before making their WWE debut. The report also added that the company is trying to protect Zayn they're trying to protect him, but they're trying to project Zayn and pretty much showcase him as unworthy during his ongoing feud with Braun Strowman. All of this is just to add shock when he is finally pushed. Zayn deserves this kind of push and treatment from the WWE officials. Since his ascension from WWE NXT, Zayn has put on great matches, good promos, and respectable moments on WWE television. While his look can't pass for a top guy in the industry, fuck that, the former NXT champion is the purest babyface in the WWE, closely resembling Daniel Bryan. There isn't an analyst in this business who thinks otherwise. Everything Zayn does is good, but it's a matter of time before the entire WWE universe knows it. As mentioned in recent articles, Zayn is still being courted by Daniel Bryan to come over to SmackDown Live. With this rumor coming out, it's very unlikely that it is going to happen unless WWE changes all of their plans at a moment's notice. The underdog from the underground is staying on Monday Night Raw. What Culture put together 10 main events for WrestleMania 33. Zayn's rumored bout for the Universal Championship wouldn't make sense, but then again, the title is supposed to be the biggest prize in the industry. Could Sami Zayn wrestle in the biggest main event of the year? Yes, he could, and he should, to be perfectly honest with you. If you don't do anything with Zayn outside of what we talked about, what the fuck does he do? What is he going to be doing at WrestleMania? You're going to put him in another ladder match? You're going to put him in another ladder match, right? I don't understand why WWE hasn't really warmed up to Zayn at all. I mean, the guy, you look back at the top 10 best matches of 2016, Zayn's going to be in at least fucking 3 or 4 of them. I mean, that doesn't deserve a fucking push? I mean, I don't understand these people. Just look at his body of work in 2016. Just based on that alone, the guy should be fucking leaps and bounds. Number one thing on Monday Night Raw. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. For a championship match between Kevin Owens and Finn Balor and Sami Zayn? Listen, you're gonna ask me twice. I'm all for it. That is if Kevin Owens gets through the fucking cancer known as the Roman Empire. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's very tough to bet against Roman Reigns. You know, unless there's some fucking screw job waiting. I don't think Kevin Owens is walking out of there. Maybe we will see Jericho. Maybe. But right now, everything and everybody's reporting, Reigns is going to be the one to be the new Universal Champion, becoming a dual champion. He's going to be United States Champion, and he's going to be a Universal Champion. What sense that makes, I don't know. No fucking clue. Zayn needs to be in discussion for huge push in 2017. He needs to be at the top of Monday Night Raw. He needs to be at the top of WWE's list. No question. The guy's too fucking talented, and they've been treating him like fucking garbage. He's been thrown to the wayside. Ever since his feud with Kevin Owens finished, nothing. It's been Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens hasn't even been that good, but he is the Universal Champion. Zayn has done nothing. Absolutely nothing. I hope this is true. I hope in 2017 that Zayn is a major piece of Monday Night Raw. If you have nothing planned for him regarding anything I mentioned here, the best thing is to move him on SmackDown, and then SmackDown will utilize him and show Raw exactly how to book someone like Sami Zayn, because I trust them completely, definitely more so than Monday Night Raw. I have news here on John Cena. John Cena's time in WWE will be very limited in 2017, only wrestling for half the year. Is this going to put the match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania in jeopardy? WWE superstar John Cena is clearly the top guy in WWE, regardless of a title not being held. So it will be interesting to see how WWE reacts if they cannot have their 15-time world champion much in 2017. That seems to be the case for WWE, as they now lost Cena at least for the rest of this year, and he may be back just in time for the Royal Rumble. Despite this decision, according to various reports, Vince McMahon is already getting creative to come up with ideas for WrestleMania 33 not involving John Cena. I did report this several weeks ago. This made many people wonder what was going on. Despite previous reports regarding a fight between Vince and Cena pushing John to take more time off, the plan was always to have Cena return at the start of 2017. These reports got mixed with another, which has to do with John Cena taking more time away in 2017. Now, according to Dave Meltzer, Cena will only be working 6 or 7 months next year, and still on a part-time basis. This means he won't be working a lot of live events, but would do the tours he is available for and all television in that time as well. The reason for the extra time off is due to major opportunities he is getting in 2017 that include a new lead in a new film. There is also rumor that he's currently part of the new Thor movie, which he is set to make a simple cameo in. Now, of course, as Marvel tends to do, if Cena pops up in a major role in the universe, then he could be part of the other films, which could very well start filming next year. This would be a massive opportunity for Cena, and one he simply could not pass up, obviously. It is certain, or uncertain I should say, it is uncertain who is playing, but there is knowledge that if he is in the Thor film, it would be a cameo only. The real problem for Cena is beginning next year, when the filming for another film would take place. If he continues to get opportunities, WWE would need to work around his schedule so that they do not run into a similar problem they had with The Rock, who pretty much pushed himself out when his deal ended years ago, which left us without The Rock for years on WWE television. The plan is for John Cena to have him work the same schedule he did this year when it concerns him being around. But at times he cannot be. He will also work television. He will not work television either. Many assume this is good and bad for WWE. They can keep him around for a lot longer if they work with his schedule. On top of this, he won't need to retire as quickly because he simply won't be too beaten up. So there is a give or take situation here. It is unlikely John Cena will ever go on an Undertaker schedule where he performs only once a year. However, it is likely that we may only see him half the year on WWE programming because of the fact that he is busy with other things. This only helps WWE, though, as the success of Cena means the success of any TV product he is a part of. WWE SmackDown Live may increase in viewership simply because he's a part of it, which is only a very good thing for WWE. Well, obviously, John Cena will be a busy man in 2017. He is not going to leave the company as long as they will let him be around. The major offers he is getting simply cannot be passed over, and anyone who would do so would be moronic. WWE knows this. It is smart of WWE to realize that Cena is nearing 40 years old, and to be fair to him, his career has to slow down eventually. That makes projects like this even more crucial than before. The Rock took a lot of his roles in his late 20s and into his 30s and so on. Meanwhile, John Cena is now just getting major chances in Hollywood. He has committed over 15 years to WWE, so it is not as if he's turning his back on the fans or that he is pushing them away. If he were to retire right now, fans might be sad, but no one could say he did not work hard while he was around. This is why the respect for John Cena is so high to begin with, as fans know that what he has done in his time with WWE is unbelievable. So that is where John Cena's situation is right now. You know, one thing that this report did not mention is the fact that if John Cena is on a very limited schedule, you know, obviously you put him in the most important situations possible for 2017 storyline-wise. What this also does is it forces WWE to finally create new stars, because if John Cena is always going to be there, John Cena is always going to be at the top of the card. He's always going to be in the limelight. He's always going to be in the spotlight, championships here and there, right? If John Cena's not there, WWE has to push the other superstars they have on SmackDown. WWE has to find someone to replace John Cena as the guy who is going to be there every single year like John Cena was for 15 years. So, does that person exist on this roster? I don't know. As the way I see it, no. I don't think WWE has anybody that's going to lead like John Cena does. It's not Roman Reigns, clowns. It's not Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not a leader. He's not a top of the company type of guy. Sorry to burst your bubble. But John Cena, listen, the most important thing here is that, number one, WWE is respectful of John Cena after everything he has given them. He's done everything a company man could do. So show him respect. He's given you 15 fucking years of breaking his body down. Let him do what he needs to do. John Cena wrestling for the half of 2017, I can live with it. I'm not going to fucking sit here and tell you I'm going to be upset with it. Who cares? You know? The most important thing here is John Cena being away forces WWE to push new talent. And that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. This is why we need new talent. If WWE was already on the ball, we'd have somebody replacing John Cena. And he would have taken a step down already. But they haven't done that. And they refuse to do that. So, John Cena, I hope he finds success. I respect John Cena's work ethic, man. More people should work as hard as John Cena. But him being away is not gonna hurt the product. In fact, in the eyes of wrestling fans, it's gonna do good, because we will see others rise to the occasion. And that's the most important thing here. As long as he's at WrestleMania and he's healthy and he shows up at SummerSlam and all the big events to give that big event feel, you'll be fine. John Cena doesn't need to be on TV every single month. It's okay. We will get through it. We will be perfectly fine. So Cena going to be very limited in 2017, according to Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer. Going to only be wrestling for 6 to 7 months in 2017. And finally, guys, I got one more story here. WrestleMania 33 plans for Seth Rollins have changed. Match with Triple H potentially not even taking place at all. Seth Rollins versus Triple H has been a feud building for over 2 years. And the WWE Universe thought we'd finally get to see the two men collide at WrestleMania 33 next year. Their huge match on the grandest stage of them all seemed to be an uncertainty after the game, seemed to be a certainty after the game cost Rollins the WWE Universal Championship back in August during the Fatal 4-Way. But the WWE officials may have something else planned for both of them. Since Triple H betrayed Rollins back in August, the game hasn't been featured on WWE programming at all, and his actions have remained unexplained. Why? I don't know. Meanwhile, Rollins has been involved in a feud with current WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Thus far, he's failed to win the title back despite many opportunities. The belief was that Seth Rollins was keeping busy until Triple H's return to television. However, it's been reported that major changes have been made to the creative plans for Rollins vs. Triple H heading into 2017. The belief remained that the WWE Universe would finally get to see the two men battle at WrestleMania next year. Now, a new report is claiming that WWE officials are changing their plans for Rollins heading into WrestleMania, and the feud with Triple H may not even happen. According to new reports, Vince McMahon is now interested in a match between Rollins and Balor at WrestleMania next year. Their first bout at SummerSlam earlier this year established the WWE Universal Championship, but Balor's victory was short-lived, and he was forced to vacate the title the next night on Raw. Balor and Rollins may finish what they started over the summer in Orlando in April. On WWE television, Balor's injury was caused by Rollins, so the former has every right for revenge. The only issue is that Seth is still undergoing a major face turn, which was going to be cemented by defeating Triple H on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. A revenge feud for Balor and Rollins may not be a good idea, considering Rollins' new dynamic with the WWE Universe and the fact that it may not be for the WWE Universal title. A rematch between Balor and Seth Rollins could be canceled because the backup plan is said to be the match between Rollins and Triple H. It's been reported that WWE officials may move their match up to next month's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The WWE Universe would still get to see Triple H versus Rollins and keep the ladder open for Finn Balor's return, but it would leave Triple H without a feud for WrestleMania 33. I mean, does he even need to be on the card, bro? I mean, you got WrestleMania this year. Remember last year with WrestleMania, everybody was fucking hurt. Everybody was fucking hurt. And the only reason why a Triple H made sense is because everybody was fucking hurt. If he's still healthy to go, why not put him on the card? But now you got a brand split, 2 brands, right? You got all these guys coming back from injury. You got all these women coming back from injury. You don't need more part-timers. Goldberg, Lesnar, Undertaker, Cena, right? Triple H. Triple H doesn't need to be booked at WrestleMania. If it doesn't need to happen, then don't force it onto the card. Triple H can take a step back. He doesn't need to wrestle this year. If he's not needed, he's not needed. Okay? Don't simply put him on the fucking card because he wants to be. He wants to be in the spotlight. He's the fucking COO. He can't get enough of it. If it's best for business, then do it. If you're going to do it for the sake of putting him on there because he's Triple H and has no fucking place to be on the card, don't do it. Simple. That is it. So, Seth Rollins versus Triple H is a feud that most likely would have taken place at WrestleMania 32 if Rollins didn't miss the injury didn't miss the event due to injury. WWE television appears to be heading for their bout to happen in Orlando, but there are still some roadblocks in the way for their big payoff. For example, the return of Goldberg and The Undertaker to WWE may have influenced WWE officials in their decision-making. WWE's creative plans for Finn Balor obviously changed and ultimately led to Triple H's betrayal of Seth Rollins, which has given him new life with the WWE Universe as Raw's top babyface. WWE could potentially be building Rollins to become the top face in the company after defeating Triple H on the grandest stage of them all, but they'll have to make that decision quickly because WWE Roadblock is almost here. Rollins will face Jericho at Roadblock. After that, the officials need to have their plans set in stone as we turn the page into 2017. Nobody knows. One of the biggest question marks right now is with Rollins. Where does he fit in? He's not going to be in the Universal title picture at all. I don't see him being there. I really don't. So we're going to have to wait and see, man. This is all over the place, really. But if it was up to me, if you don't need Triple H at WrestleMania this year, don't do it for the sake of just doing it. No more part-timers, man. And I'd rather see, to be honest with you, I'd rather see a Balor versus a Rollins, or a Balor versus a Styles, which is also being talked about, But we won't know, man. It's way too fucking early. We will have a better idea of where things go right after the Royal Rumble. We will definitely have this cloudiness just fucking disperse, and clear skies will be ahead. We will know and see a bigger picture, a better picture after the Royal Rumble. So all of this right now is just rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. If it's up to me, and I was to make a logical guess, I'd say Triple H versus Rollins is happening at WrestleMania. Just because WWE thinks that it's going to be a big match. But after the layoff, and after they gave the title to Owens with no explanation, what makes WWE think that fans are going to care that 3 months, 4 months later, now we finally get a fucking decision and an answer as to what happened? But WWE fans, right? They're fucking clueless. They don't remember what happened. They have a short-term memory, right? So WWE may do this just simply because it's Triple H and Rollins and it's a star-studded match, a dream match, whatever the case may be. If it doesn't need to happen, don't do it. WrestleMania will be fine without Triple H. And that is Off the Script, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Hope you enjoyed this part 4. A lot of news to digest in this video. Thank you so much. Next time you'll see me is tonight, Monday Night Raw. Tweet with me, at JD from NY206, and I'll have the review as soon as the show airs on the USA Network. Thank you so much for everything, for everybody to show some support on this video and all weekend long. If you did enjoy the video, hit that thumbs up. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm going to rest for the rest of the afternoon. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Monday Night Raw tonight on the channel. Review as soon as the show goes off the air. Talk to you guys later.